We are from group 4. So this our group member. Our leader is Nur Aliatul Marisa binti Sulung Muharram. Second member Sia Jaye, Nur Alia binti Khairul Anwar, and the last one which is Nur Aina Zulaika binti Muhammad Zaidi.
So we have 4 problem statements. For the first one, the segregation of halal and non-halal product in the warehouse. Second, no halal law or regulation that is the same between the country. And the third, unclear guideline in the handling halal food in the warehouse. And the last one, the standard that already exists do not optimize the cost. The research aim and objective for the first one, to improve the knowledge about halal food security handling in air cargo. Second one, to know how to distinguish halal food from non-halal food in the same warehouse. The third one, to raise awareness about the warehouse process in halal handling halal parcel.
So now we will continue on game design. The title of our game was Mystery of Halal Parcel. We named this game as this title because the game is about the warehouse process of halal food handling. For the game was designed as online game which themed like escape room. There are 5 rooms in this game which represent the stage of halal food handling in a warehouse, such as receiving, put away, storage, picking and shipping. In every stage, we design the question according to the stage or process in the warehouse. For the first stage, which is receiving, the answer was designed in a box so that player must choose the right number in the box that contains the right answer. Player must remember the number that contains the right answer because at the end of the game, player must key in the code to proceed to the next stage. For the second stage, which is put away, player just only tick to the right box to answer this question. This action was similar in the put away process, which we need to put the parcel in the right place. For the third stage, which is storage, there are many material handling equipment in the warehouse that have their own use. In this game, player need to recognize the picture of the material and drag the correct name according to the picture.
We set this 4th level in a dark situation so that the player will feel mysterious. We randomly arrange the icon picture that is the answer, where the player need to use the magnifying glass to find the correct icon picture. The last stage is a shipping process. We design the game as a bowling game. This is because the bowling pin will represent as the customer, while the bowling ball will represent as the parcel. The questions we set is a true and false. If the bowling ball is successful hit the bowling pin, that means the halal parcel is successful shipped to the customer. Next, I will explain how to play this game. At the first stage, player must read the question carefully and then choose the answer by the number. Player must click the correct number on the box. If the player answer was wrong, they need to answer again, and they must to remember the number they choose. After the players can answer all questions, they must key in the code number to pass through this stage. If the player cannot remember the number they choose during they answer the questions, they need to replay. For the second stage, player must read the question carefully and put the right tick in the right column. If the player wrongly put the tick in the column, they need to play again, and the player can go through this page when they put the right answer for the all questions.
Now I will present about the step 3, which is storage. There are temperature and depth options. Player need to drag the answers in the correct picture. After drawing all the options to the picture, player needs to click the solution button to check their answers is right or wrong. If their answers right, they can click the next buttons to the next stage. But if they answer wrongly, they need to correct them. Next is about stage 4, pick up. Player needs to use magnifying glass to draw so they can discover the equipments. If they answer correctly, they can go through the next questions. However, if they are click the wrong equipment, this will appear the broken magnifying glass and they need to answer the question again. The last stage is about the shipping. Player needs to read the questions carefully and answer the true-false question. If they answer correctly, they will go to the next question. But if they answer wrongly, they need to answer the question again. Now, I will present about the how to wins. We will count the time placed by each player, and the shortest time to finish the games will be a winner.
That's all for our group. Thank you.